How to fix a soft bricked phone. Alright, so this one, a soft brick, has been stuck on Verizon for the last 10 minutes. And I was doing a factory battery set. So, hold on, I'm trying to hold this camera with my chin. Alright, well, I'll just have to do it with one hand. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my home or my power button, my volume down button, and my that's it. Shouldn't hold those down. Actually, I almost dropped the phone. I'm supposed to hold it and press the home button too. And what this is going to do is allow it to go into download mode. And for some reason it keeps going into maintenance mode, but I'll keep holding it until it does. There it goes. So this is download mode. I'm going to hit the volume up button. And this is going to allow your computer to connect and Odin to work its magic. And the Odin installer, which I really like, it's a good program. It's for flashing firmware and things like that. So if you've unlocked your phone to, like, let's say you had Sprint and you went to Verizon and you called the network and said, hey, can we unlock this or whatever, then, you know, they will, but whenever you turn your phone on, it still says Sprint or whatever, you know, whichever company you came from. And now you want to go to, let's say you want to go to Verizon. Well, what needs to happen is you need to flash that firmware, because it's not only going to give you the factory apps that Verizon comes with, so whenever you unlock your phone you can activate it properly, but it's going to also allow you to remove all the old bloatware that's on the phone for Sprint, because it's going to put new bloatware from Verizon. And so, you know, that there's no really getting rid of that unless you know how to root a phone, which is difficult, and you have to look at one of my videos for. But it's just better to at least take off one of the problems that you would be having, or one of the things slowing your phone down. So let me quit talking so I can start thinking. All right, so I'm gonna try to leave this in the camera. So I know people play trickery, and I wouldn't believe it if someone took it out of the camera. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to find a pit file, which is going to help with the partitioning of the phone, which seems to be the problem usually that I find most when there's a soft brick phone. And I'm just having a terrible freaking time here. I have to type. I need a tripod and a camera that works on something other than batteries. All right. So we're going to go to Sam Mobile. And that is SAMMOBILE, and enter. You know what? It's a lot easier to find this if you just type it in, because SAMMO will pop up first. So I'm going to put I'm going to put the model number, and then -G900V, and then I'm going to space pit file, and boom, it'll pull up Sam Mobile again, and it's. Let's see. Well, that should be it. Unbranded firmware. Well, that's not what I'm looking for, is it? I should have a copy, but I wanted to show you guys how to find it, because this is kind of hard to find. Oh, here we go. I just had to click on the top part of the link. Okay. Oh, and it's going to make you log in or register to see download links. It doesn't usually make me do that, but that's okay. We will log in then. Okay, and I really can't give you my login details, so you get to look at the Samsung screen for a second. Alright, so I logged in. I was lucky enough to have all my login info saved. I didn't have to type. Okay, so we're going to go. I usually scroll to the bottom because it's right there, but here it is now. Alright, so this is my model number, and it says KLT, which is the code name basically for the Samsung Galaxy S5 in general. So we're going to click this link. It's going to take us to here, which you don't need to touch this part. You just need to come over here to the download part right there. Click download. Just Takes you to another page. It's like a separate page. You know, it forwards a link to a download server, I believe. I don't know how all that works, so let me just stop. Alright, so it's going to be in my downloads is where it's going. And it's going to be in a zip file, which is going to need to be extracted. Alright, now I already have Odin, but I'm going to show you where to find the proper version of Odin. Odin, and then search, and it should be Odin download. This is where you want to go to get the real version of Odin. There's a lot of places to get it, but this is the one. Actually, let me lie. Let me stop. I don't think this is the right one. Let me see. You know what? I believe the right one would not be that one. Where is it at? Oh, you know what? You put Odin 4 in. Odin 3, whatever, something Odin. I'm going to put Odin 3 and see what happens. Odin 3. Yeah, that's the one right there. So that's the proper way to get it, or proper place to get it. And then when you come here, you're going to want to click the green download button and go to UK, US, or whatever one you have. SSL is more secure way to download it, but you'd have to have SSL configuration. All right. Now save it to the downloads, and we're gonna minimize that. Open the. Oh, this is my root folder. Let me go to the downloads. We're gonna right click on Odin and extract all, and extract again. And now we're gonna go to Pit file, and we're gonna extract all and press extract again. Now go to Odin, open this program up, and we're going to be finding that Pit file that we were just right next to, which is in downloads here. So we're going to click on Pit, and if you don't click on Pit and go to Pit file, then okay, yeah, we're going to be an engineer today then. If you don't, then you won't find it when you're looking in the folder, and if you haven't extracted it, you won't find it in the folder. So Pit, and double click. Now that's loaded, and the phone, we go check on it. It's on downloading mode, it's ready to go. I'm going to show you both screens, and we're going to press start. So the pass means it's good, and now this will load up and boot normally. Will fix all the partition errors that it had loading the phone. And so I'm going to wait till it gets off that screen just to show you it's working. There you go. So it's loading properly, and you know what? We might as well just let it boot all the way in to what's it called? Just the regular startup menu. Because see, what happened was I was doing a factory data reset, which it didn't do properly, and there could be more problems with it after this. And if there is, I'll just take the time to show you how to continue the troubleshooting process. And so the next thing I would do, if that didn't work, I would go back to Sam Mobile. Let's see right here. And now I'm going to go to the top, and you know what? I seen something whenever I clicked that thing I wasn't supposed to at the first time. It said unbranded firmware. I've been wanting to know about this. And I've got a S5 branded O2 firmware UK, which is unlocked. My question is, can I put it on unbranded firmware, and will it remove the unlock? Many thanks. If you had an official O2 unlock or an IMEI cable unlock, then it will remain after install another firmware. Installing whatever. Pit file to install another firmware. The partitioning. Flash firmware, it is stored on a separate part of your phone memory. The amount of space available depends on how much was allocated with the initial firmware. If this space is not big enough for the new firmware, then it will have to be enlarged. This is what a pit file does. It's not it, but I now understand. I think that's silly. Okay, so that's not what I want. I just wanted to check that out because I had never heard nothing about unbranded firmware or branded firmware. I don't really know the difference. So I haven't researched it yet. So now I go to the firmware and I click SM-G900V. Dang, I gotta plug my phone in I'm recording with. Let me scoot over. Ugh. Oh, shoot. Oh shit, I got this cord wrapped around something else. Sorry guys. Alright, there we go. Over here now, suck a fish. When the battery dies. Alright. Search. And we're going to scroll down. Click on this here. Scroll down. And if you know your baseband version, it will be similar to this, your CSC number, your PDA number. If you don't, you could just download the newest one. I know that this one came stock with 5.0, and I know that when I downloaded it, it was probably 2BOE1. Or, no, it's 2BOE1 for sure. Had to have been. BOA8. Nah. It's not that important, but if it doesn't work, then you'll know that it's the wrong one. Oh, the initialization came up, so it does work. Okay, so I'm just going to get back to you on the next one on how to do the firmware. So anyways, that's my video. Thank you guys. Have a good one.